Alfred the Great, 849 to 899 AD, King of Wessex, is one of the most celebrated figures in English history. Born in Wantage, Berkshire, Alfred was the youngest of 5 sons of King Ethelwulf and Queen Osber. Despite his distant position in the line of succession, he displayed extraordinary intellect and piety from an early age. A pivotal moment in his youth came when he visited Rome and was reportedly blessed by Pope Leo IV, foreshadowing his future greatness. As a child, Alfred exhibited a deep love for learning, famously winning a beautifully illuminated book from his mother by memorizing its contents before his brothers. His early life unfolded during a period of severe Viking invasions that devastated much of Anglo-Saxon England. By the time Alfred ascended to the throne in 871, following the deaths of his elder brothers, Wessex was the last major kingdom resisting the Viking onslaught. In his early reign, Alfred faced relentless battles against the great heathen army, suffering defeats yet refusing to yield. The critical turning point came in 878, when, after retreating to the marshes of Athelney to regroup, Alfred launched a daring counteroffensive, culminating in his victory at the Battle of Edington. This triumph forced the Viking leader Guthrum to surrender and agree to the Treaty of Wedmore, which established the Danelaw while securing Wessex's survival. Alfred's success was not merely military but also strategic, as he recognized the need to fortify his kingdom against future threats. He established a network of fortified towns, known as buzz, which served as defensive strongholds and centers of trade, and laid the groundwork for England's urban development. A visionary ruler, Alfred is often credited as the father of the English navy for his efforts to build a fleet capable of defending his kingdom from seaborne Viking raids. Beyond his military innovations, Alfred was a profound reformer of governance and law. He codified a comprehensive legal system, known as the Doom Book, combining Mosaic law, Christian teachings, and Anglo-Saxon traditions to ensure justice and fairness. His dedication to cultural revival was equally remarkable. Lamenting the decline of literacy and learning, Alfred invited prominent scholars to his court, such as Bishop Asser, and personally oversaw the translation of essential texts, including Boethius' Consolation of Philosophy, into Old English. Though he ruled primarily over Wessex and parts of Mercia, Alfred's efforts laid the foundation for the eventual unification of England. His reforms in administration, education, and military organization strengthened the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, ensuring they could resist Viking domination. Alfred's vision of a united Christian England inspired his descendants, particularly his son Edward the Elder and grandson Athelstan, who ultimately achieved the unification he had begun. Despite suffering from chronic illness, possibly Crohn's disease, Alfred governed tirelessly until his death in 899. He was buried in Winchester, the capital of Wessex, where his legacy as a philosopher-king and savior of Anglo-Saxon England was firmly cemented. Alfred remains the only English monarch honored with the title, the Great, a reflection of his extraordinary impact on England's survival and transformation during one of its darkest periods. His blend of military prowess, intellectual leadership, and moral integrity elevated him beyond the role of a mere king, making him a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and unity. Through his efforts, Alfred ensured that the cultural and political foundations of England endured, securing his place as one of history's most influential rulers.